Hey guys, I am off to knit group this morning. It is a super rainy day. Oh, do you guys, so I have this Well People like lip gloss, I guess. Like it's so thick that it's hard to get up. Okay, so I'm going to knit group this morning, you guys. It is wet and rainy. The group has been meeting at an outdoor location, but today the heaters aren't working, so they're going to meet at my favorite coffee shop instead. So yeah, that's where I'm going, and then I have some errands to run to pick up my son from work. So I did a whole video this morning on the plans for the day, the weekend, all of that, and it was so dark because I was taking a few like glorious minutes to knit next to the Christmas tree with the lights on. Yeah, it was beautiful. Can you guys hear the rain? I love that sound. I'm not a huge like fan of the rain unless I can like be inside and all cozied up, but I do love the rain. I love, okay, who loves the smell of the first rain? Like off the pavement, like the dirt and the, I don't know. I love it. Is that weird? I think that other people like it too. I feel like that's a thing. Anyways, so I have knit group this morning. We are planning on going to go see Christmas lights tonight, but with the rain, I'm not too sure because we're going with a group of people. I don't know. Anyways, and then tomorrow I have our church, our women's ministry church Christmas dinner. We're doing a book exchange. It's a blind date book exchange, so I need to get my book for that. I'm making a big salad for like 25-30 people, so I need to get everything for that today. So the blind date book gift exchange, you guys, like these books are wrapped in like a paper bag, and they are then like you put the genre or like any like details about the book on the outside of the brown paper bag, and then people pick a book blindly according to something that sounds good to them. And so I'm leading that up today. My daughter did that for me for, I want to say Mother's Day last year or this year maybe, and I'm such a slow reader. I still have not gotten through the 3 books that she gave me, but it's not a fun gift, a little like blind date book gift. It was super fun. And then let's see what else. Sunday is my extended family's Christmas. So we have church in the morning, and then we'll head over to the Christmas gathering. We'll probably be there a little bit late because it's at noon and we're an hour away. So with church and all of that, noon is not the best time, but we're gonna roll with it. And then yeah, no Bible study this week because got the Christmas party going, but it's a lot of extroverted activities this weekend, which I don't always do well with. That rain is really coming down. I have no idea if you guys are even going to be able to hear this. I might need to do this another time. Alright, I'll just try to talk louder. Yeah, yeah, so I don't always do well with like a ton of extroverted activities. I used to be fine with it, but I've definitely gotten to be more introverted over the years. And so I kind of need like some rest time over the weekend. Like when we have a lot of things going on. But I don't know, I think the knit group will probably be pretty short today just because of all the other things that I have going on, just to prepare myself for this weekend. But anyways, this morning I got a little bit of knitting time in. I got orders out, so thank you guys for that. Those are going to the post office with me currently. That's it. I'll try to take you guys along with me a little bit today. But it is time to wrap presents. So I am wrapping gifts for my family's Christmas. I don't think this will air before that, but Linda, if you're watching, maybe just close your eyes, but you probably don't even care. So my husband got this potty putter. The theme is as seen on TV. So he picked this out. I don't know if it's an as seen on TV or not, but, and then we put scratchers with it. And then the other thing is, I got this for my son. It's a tabletop roll game, and I thought it would be good since Dude Perfect is on TV with some scratchers. And then the thing that I got is a double-sided full body massage mat. I saw something similar to this in the as seen on TV section in the store, but this just seemed better. So it is time to make these look gorgeous. And I have to use all different wrapping paper so that they don't know that they all came from the same place. So can you guys tell I'm like in cozy sweats here? I meant to open these up. I was gonna actually open them up when I was out and about today at Knit Group, and I totally forgot. But I had a really lovely time at Knit Group. It was really nice to catch up with everybody. Okay, so this one here is from Annie. I kind of wonder if I dyed this one. It looks similar to one that I dyed for her, but maybe that was a lighter one. I don't know. Either way, it's gorgeous. I love it. It's a great neutral color. All right, and then stash vent. I was telling my friend today that like I put the yarn in here so long ago, I truly have no idea what is in each one, which is really fun. Ooh, that's a great one. So these are my two colors for today. Super fun. Oh, I like that. I wonder where this one came from. I have no idea. But yeah. So I think my husband and I are not gonna do the lights tonight. My foot is kind of hurting me quite a bit because I was in my rain boots all morning, and those just don't do well with my foot. Just after my surgery and everything, but I think I just need to kind of take it easy. We may meet up with everybody for dinner instead of doing the lights, or maybe we'll drive through the lights. We could always just drive through them. And that would be kind of fun too. So we'll see. But yeah, I think that the rest of the afternoon, I think I'm actually gonna start a gift project And I cannot take you guys along with me on that one because it's for somebody who watches. And yeah, so it'll be kind of a chill afternoon, just hanging out. And my son and I, we did a little bit of shopping for his party that he has tonight. He needed to like have festive pajamas, and he just grows so fast that he didn't have any this year. And then tomorrow night he needed some slacks, some dress pants, and a tie. So that's it, you guys. Like, I mean, it's been a pretty chill day. Knit group, and I think I am gonna like sit and knit for a little bit. I'm not sure if I'll do that before or after I work on this project. I might need to get this project going because I'm lacking a little bit of motivation. Not because I don't want to do it, but because I'm just needing some knitting time. But I know I'll be so happy when I can get this project done. So maybe I will do that first and listen to my book. I'm listening to the book codename Edelweiss. Edelweiss, Edelweiss, I think. Super, super good book. It is based around like LA, Hollywood, like MGM Hollywood during the Hitler era, and just like groups and different things that were here. I'm kind of assuming that it's a historical fiction. I don't know if this storyline is like based off of true events or not. I don't know. It could have been, but I really don't know. But either way, it's a really good book. And like there were some twists and turns that just recently happened, and I'm like, oh, I wasn't quite expecting that. So it is a fun one to listen to. I listened to it on Spotify. Did you know, and I share this because I didn't know this, but did you know that you can get 10 hours of Spotify listening time? Like if you subscribe to Spotify, then you get 10 hours of audiobook listening time per month. So this book here was longer than 10 hours, and I don't know how close I am to using it up, but if not, like we're so close to January, I'll just wait till next month. It's not a big deal. But yeah, I didn't know that. The other one that I really enjoyed listening to was Peace Like a River by Leif Enger, Enger, E-N-G-E-R. And I know he has some other books out, and I listened to one of his other ones, his second book. I think he has 4, and I listened to a second one, and I couldn't get captivated in that one, so I just ditched that one. And then there's a couple other of his that I hear are really, really good. So I'm looking forward to when I have more hours listening to those books. But I got this book, the codenamed Edelweiss. I got that for my daughter for Christmas to put in her stocking. She's an avid reader, and I thought it would be fun to be able to listen to it. So I did not used to be a book listener. I used to only read books, but since I just don't have a whole lot of time to read them, I've actually found that some books are really enjoyable just to listen to. Not every book is an audiobook, in my opinion, but I've been able to find some. The other ones that I really, really liked was Where the Crawdads Sing, and that was probably like one of my very first books that I listened to on audio. That was really, really a great book. Highly recommend. All right, you guys, I'm gonna get going on my project, at least get everything out. I have to sew, so I wanna get my sewing machine out and at least get started, do some research on measurements and how to do this project that I wanna do. So I am currently fixing some pants. My daughter saw that I was getting the sewing machine out, and she goes, hey, do you mind fixing something for my boyfriend? I've had these pants for like 6 months in my car. And she's like, hey, if you're gonna have the sewing stuff out, do you mind either doing it or leaving everything out for me? And I'm like, yeah, like, let me see what it is. It's a button. Like, literally, it's just a button. So, yeah, I found like there's an extra button like on one of the inside pockets, you know, in case you lose one, which he did. And I'm currently just trying to get the little guy off here. It's on this inside here, without ripping the pocket off, but there we go. Okay. I just think it's funny that she's had these for 6 months, she says, in her car. But I reinforced, it's like a 2-button buckle, and so I reinforced the inside one. So I'm looking in the wrong spot. Reinforced the inside one, cleaned that up, and now what's nice is that there is a leftover piece of thread here. So I'm just gonna take that out and put in a new button. Guys, I thought I would talk with you guys for a minute while I make my coffee. Man, we had a storm last night. Like, it's been raining, but like my covered patio, all of the cushions are soaked. My husband said that there's just like puddles all over, just random puddles, and so we think like it just poured at certain points last night. And I think that there might have been a lot of wind as well, because like there are certain things that are blown over in our yard, and for the cushions to get wet like that, I think that the wind or the rain would have had to have come at an angle in. Yeah, a little bit crazy, but it's all super kind of yucky today. Very overcast, or well, very rainy, so of course it's overcast. But okay, so this capsule, it is peanut and sesame, I think is what it is. I'm curious. It's not one that I would have ever like picked for myself. This Advent has been so fun, you guys. I will pair it with a ristretto, which is what I've been doing. While that's going, I will show you. So this here is Orchid from Wonderful Yarns. This one here, Annie gave me this one. And I don't know where this one came from, but it was something that I put in. Those are my yarns for today. Guys, I'm absolutely loving the Coziest Memory blanket. I feel that I'm like craving to work on it. I'm gonna try it just with this one. Oh, that's very sweet. Well, maybe because I put in maple syrup. Whoops. It's like a caramely kind of flavor. It's good though. Okay, like the aftertaste, like the taste left in your mouth is very peanutty. I can definitely taste like those flavor notes in there. I'm not always a person who can do that, so. I feel like it's extra bright outside right now, and I'm just wondering maybe the sun's trying to poke out. All right, you guys, so I'm gonna sit here and knit for a little bit. It's one of those days that is like you have a big event at the end of the day, so you kind of like are constantly thinking about it. So we have our women's ministry progressive dinner tonight. So we'll start at one person's house, and then they all live very close to each other. So we may walk if the weather is nice, or we may just drive over. I don't know. So we do like bread and salad at one person's house, and I'm making the salad. And then we're gonna do our main course at somebody else's house. And then at the end, we're gonna do dessert and a book exchange at the last person's house. So like I need to do a book. You guys hear that? My son just started the shower. Which makes sense now because the dogs are out, and I put the dogs in his room to help wake him up. They jump up on his bed, lick his face, all of that. It's really great. Anyway, so I do have like some crafty sewing projects to work on. It's like that room in there, which is usually like my clean room. I walked my husband out this morning, and it was just a disaster because I started working on stuff last night, and then we had to go because we were going out to dinner with some people, 30 people from our church. And yeah, so I just kind of left it because I'm like, oh my gosh, we have to go, it's time. And I didn't have the brain capacity to come back to it because it's a different project than what I've worked on before. Anyways, so this morning I'm just taking a little bit of time to really enjoy my coffee. I'm gonna catch up on some vlogs from other people. I was gonna show you really quick my Vlogmas projects, or my Advent projects. So this is the crocheted moss stitch linen stitch blanket that I'm working on. I do wish that it was a little bit wider, but my friend Tanae, she's like, you know, it makes a good like kid-size blanket. And I'm like, or a good knit group blanket, you know? So like I could either give it to a kid or just bring it to knit group for something to go over my lap, which I think would be really, really great because sometimes it gets cold, or I could sit on it because the benches or the seats are not always cushioned where we're at. So I got that one going. And then I've been craving, as I mentioned, working on my coziest memory blanket. Look at how much it's grown. Like since I started the Advent season, I am loving it. So I told my son, I can't remember if I already told you guys this or not, but I told my son that the blanket was for him. This coffee, it's cold in here. I think I need my little space heater. So I told him that the blanket was for him, and I wasn't going to at first, but he was kind of having a rough day, and I think I remember telling you guys about this, but I'll tell you again just in case you didn't see that episode. And I thought, like, you know what? He's gonna have lots of rough days, right? Teens typically do. And how nice would it be for him to know for the next 2 years, because that's about how long it'll take. And that's not like working on it all the time, right? I'm working on it a lot right now during Advent, but otherwise I'll probably just add probably 3 to 4 squares a week. So anyways, but I thought, like, how nice would it be for him to know that every time I work on this, I'm thinking about him. So I could have, 5 or 10 minutes of, wow, Mom, you made that for me, and him feeling like that. Or I could have 2 years of him knowing that every time I pick it up, I'm praying for him, I'm thinking about him. I might be thinking about conversations or his future, or when he was a little boy, whatever. Like, I constantly think about him when I am working on this blanket. It's pretty cool when you're knitting gifts for people, because that's what happens. You think about them, you pray for them. Yeah. So I did tell him, and so I'll just still, like, occasionally ask him, what color should I put on? Where should I put it? All of that. I am definitely, where did the ones that I got for today are still up there. But my little bag keeps filling up, and then I work through and I'm like, oh, I'm making some progress. And then it fills up again and again and again. But it is a little tiny bag, but I do love it. I love this bag so much. And it was not even a knitting bag. It is really great, like, for a pair of socks. I should have, like, some Christmas socks in here. So I was, like, just driving around thinking, what should I get him for Christmas? And I thought, oh, I should knit him some socks. I haven't knit him socks in quite a while because I've been knitting for some other people, and he has a lot of knitted socks. And then I'm like, why would I do that to myself? I don't have time for that. Because then I would inevitably not be working on all my Advent projects that I've been planning for months to work on. So I should have just planned ahead, and I'll get him a pair for his birthday, which is in April. But yeah, I love this little guy here, and I have so many fun yarns just making a home for themselves in here. Yeah, these are really fun. Anyways, I'm gonna get to knitting and watching a podcast. Okay, so I have a question for you guys. When I'm crocheting, so I've knit way longer than I've crocheted, or I knit way more often than I crochet. I actually crocheted a blanket when I was a teenager, many eons ago. But then I didn't, after that, I didn't really do anything else. But anyways, okay. I find it time consuming and fiddly when I'm knitting or when I'm crocheting something like this, because so I make sure I'm in the right spot. Okay, so I crochet, right? Then I feel like I have to re-grip the fabric every time to put it into the next spot. Where, knitting, you can bunch up a whole bunch of stitches that are on the needle, and I know these aren't on the needle, so I know it's going to be different, but every time I try to bunch up the fabric in my hand, it just doesn't, I don't feel like it stays there for very long. It just wants to slip down, and maybe that's because like maybe I'm at a weird spot in the blanket, but I do feel like it was like that with my other blanket as well. But I feel like while crochet is, I mean, if I had knit this versus crocheted it, it would have taken me a longer amount of time, but I just feel like there is a lot of wasted time in having to re-grip the fabric every time. And then the other thing that I noticed too is that like I constantly like move my finger, or like, so like having to re-grip it and re-grip, and then like my finger goes here every time. And I have seen people like not do that and just, I guess, go like that. Maybe I just need to get used to it. Can you guys tell like what I'm talking about here? Okay, I need all your crochet tips. That's what I need. Because yes, I enjoy the process. No, it's not about going as fast as I can. I just want to crochet and knit more things. That's why I want to go faster. So I guess, I mean, okay, so I'm doing it there. Maybe I just need, at least on this hand, you know, like I'm not having to move my finger every time. Like all those little movements just take time, but see, I'm still having to like re-grip the fabric every time. I would love your input. For those of you guys that have figured this stuff out or have been crocheting for a long time, is it just the way it is and just have to be okay with it? Is there some way to train myself not to do that or hold it differently? Give me all your tips, you guys. I would love it. I mean, it is like a row doesn't take me that long, so I'm not like complaining by any means. I've just been able to like fine tune my knitting to be the most ergonomic for me and like the most enjoyable for me, and have a really good speed as well. And I'm not extraordinarily fast, but I just like the speed that I'm at. So that's more my thought process, is like getting to a speed and like smaller movements that are better for my hands and my arms. Because crochet I do feel like is more like shoulder work. I don't know if you can like see my shoulders moving, and maybe now I'm trying not to. But I feel crochet more up my arm. And for a while, like when I wasn't crocheting much, my wrists would get really tired. And I think I've like worked up a little bit of a tolerance. Could I sit and crochet for long periods of time? Probably not. Probably not. And I have to look. I cannot crochet without looking. I don't know how people do that, because you don't have like a frame of reference. At least with knitting, like your stitches are on your needle and you're just transferring them from one to the next. But okay, holding it up here is actually hurting my wrist too. So give me all your pointers, you guys. I would really appreciate it. Hey you guys, it is Saturday afternoon, and I realized that I didn't make it to a smaller store yesterday, and there's a couple things that I need. I need like Dijon mustard and onion, and there's one other thing, I don't know. Anyways, so I have to go out. There's a break in this storm, at least from the rain. We have all of a sudden blue skies with like big puffy clouds all over. So, and we have dark clouds in the distance. So I am gonna try to beat the next wave of the storm, if there is one. And yeah, we're gosh, it's still so windy. So I'm just gonna go to Trader Joe's. But so that's what I'm doing right now. I may grab a little bit of lunch while I'm out as well, because I'm by myself today, which is happening more and more. I would say, like, normally I would say that doesn't happen very often, but it is definitely happening more and more, which is bittersweet, honestly, because there's some parts of that where I'm like, okay, I don't mind, but then there's other parts where I'm just so sad about it. I don't know. What do you guys think? Are you guys in that same, like, are any of you guys in the same stage of life as me? How are y'all doing? I think that, like, Amber from A Lovely Yarn is in a pretty similar situation, except for her youngest, I think, is a little bit older. But yeah, okay, so, like, hugs to all those moms that are struggling like me. Just being real here on Vlogmas. That's what we get to do on Vlogmas. We get to be real. But it's like you're excited and looking forward to this next, like, stage of your life. But then it's also sad, you know, like when you have kids, it's so exciting and it's like, it's an amazing thing. But then at the same time, there's a little bit of a sadness because now it's not just you and your husband. Or like just through the stages as the stages get older. Even when you have a second kid, I felt like there's so much excitement and joy that comes from that. But then there's also this little bit of like mourning of, well, now like my time is split. It's not just me and my daughter and my husband anymore. You know, like, I don't know. Do you guys do that? Like you are so happy for this next stage of your life, but then there's also a little piece of mourning as well that goes along with it. Am I alone here, or do you guys feel the same? Let me know. The struggles are real, you guys. Okay, anyways. I am choosing to go to Trader Joe's today. It is a Saturday, like 2 Saturdays before Christmas. It's gonna be busy and crazy everywhere that I go, probably, but I'm choosing Trader Joe's because I'm hoping that that is like the least. It's probably gonna be actually super crazy busy, but it's better than Target, which is also like the place that I could get my other things at too. But I'm hoping it's not too bad because I'm not in the mood for crowds today. I'm in the mood to like hunker down and be at my house until I have to go out tonight. It's my own fault though. That's okay. Let's go. Well, this is how windy it is out there today. But Trader Joe's, while it was busy, it was not overly busy, so that is great. And they beat the storm. Half the sky is sunny, half the sky is cloudy. So I'm ready to go back home and hunker down and get the things that I need to get done. You guys, okay, it is time for coffee number 2. And come here. Definitely doing another hot coffee today. That is just kind of what I've been in the mood for lately. So with raw milk, the cream will separate from the milk itself. And so we have to just give it a little shake to get it all incorporated back in there. Sometimes it takes a bigger shake, but anyways. Yeah, definitely time for another coffee. It is, what time is it? It is 3 o'clock. So I have another hour or so. I was gonna start my salad at 4. I'm trying to get to the dinner tonight at 5. So I'm gonna start making the salad at 4. Try to leave here by 4:45. I think it'll take me about 45 minutes to get, or 15 minutes to get there. And yeah, so I finished a project that I was working on. I'm not super thrilled with it. I'm a little bit bummed, so I might go grab some more material maybe tomorrow or maybe probably even Monday. it's just not quite what I had in mind. Like, it's okay, but I don't love it. Yeah, I don't know if I can like take what I have and even like salvage it. I don't think I can. So you guys, I was really thinking that today was going to be this monumental, productive day, and it just has not been that. Part of it is my fault, just kind of slow going, but part of it was just things taking longer, having to go out to grab the last few ingredients for the salad. So I am going to take a little bit of time though, so I'm going to spend this next hour. I'm going to try to get another vlog out. I did get day 11 out, so I'm going to try to get day 12 out and really just knit and unwind. I have like 3 hours left of this book that I'm listening to, the codename Edelweiss, and it's just really getting at a super great spot right now. And so maybe I'll listen to that and catch up. I do have another Homespun House Vlogmas that I am going to do as well that I want to watch. So I think I need to spend like probably the next 45 minutes just hanging out and knitting. I still need to get the book in order as well. Okay, you know what I was just thinking is that I got this book, the codenamed Edelweiss, for my daughter. Maybe I give that book, because I do have an extra copy of it and I'm really enjoying it. So maybe that's just my solution. I'm gonna think about that. I think I need to take a minute and wind up a whole bunch of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.